is also toasting, so let's see who will be more toast after map 1 or 2. Yeah, we gotta see that actually. No, but I want to start out on CHERRA because I haven't seen him in a long time.
Okay.
Fight.
Looking forward, and it's his map pick after all. He's getting the spawn between Rockets and Heavy. Picks up the latter one immediately, and Leroy goes to the first one immediately. Delays Mega, and now it's CHERRA's time to pick some items. Oh, Leroy messed the Rocket at the drop down. This could have dealt a lot of damage to CHERRA, but fortunately for CHERRA it didn't, and it even damaged Leroy himself. And now it's a stalemate. CHERRA will just move to pick up his item soon. Leroy doesn't have LG, and I don't think CHERRA's aware of that. Leroy is just baiting the item. Rocket jumping up, and now CHERRA... Oh, beautiful Rocket. Soon we'll see that Leroy is not going to have an lightning gun. But the Rocket is preventing that. And now, time to fight. Railgun is the weapon of choice, and this should tell CHERRA there's no LG in play for Leroy. Ouch. This could have been a lot less saving for Leroy as it was. He could have died there with the weaponry he had.
Yeah, it was certainly close, but that last rocket and this rail is punishment for CHERRA. He does have a totem to fall back to, but I don't think it's active. Oh, it is. There we go. Could actually damage himself and use that bubble to get triple overstack sooner.
Yeah, I think that's a fair attempt.
So both players have been low, but none of the players are converting.
Yeah, I think both had like one big chance on where they could have converted. Leroy is making his miserable position and stack actually worth $1 million with that defensive play, but CHERRA now is falling back onto his stack department kinda. A lot of stack getting he got from the light armor and the totems. Still 0-0 is actually kind of... Oh, nice. 99 problems, and the Rocket is probably the biggest of them all. Yeah, but 2 totems are grown for CHERRA. CHERRA still has Heavy picked up freshly, so the overstack is still very, very high, and even higher now in total with that mega pickup. Fight at the Rockets! Wow. Leroy is actually again making things work for him. I have no clue how.
But it was also risky for CHERRA to enter a fight like that, I would say. Like, it was 50-50 for both.
Yeah, I mean, CHERRA had like 100 stack advantage, but with Rocket fights, they can be kind of messy. It's not as predictable as LG fights is, but yeah. It worked out for CHERRA in the end. Got a second frag a bit later, no pummel. Good Rocket jump, nobody saw that CHERRA.
The tactical delay to the mega half.
Yeah, it's so Leroy can't hear it.
Yeah.
Oh, and again, this time it's a brilliant fight from CHERRA as Leroy had the railgun out. Nice read, actually, to push to the Rockets.
Yeah.
Thinking that his opponent wants to pick up that weapon and probably rail him on Heavy. I like that like understanding of map position from CHERRA there. Very nice. Good push, good choice of weapon. CHERRA's looking sharp.
Yeah, and the only damage Leroy is doing just before dying. But this is a map that has so many poverty items, and CHERRA is already working with a major item rotation, so it is a tough job for Leroy right now.
Yeah, I mean, 2 of the poverty items are not really in a position where you want to be when you're out of control. Because the positions are not going to get you in control, and unless you're a Galena to hide totems there, you're not going to get anything out of there. I want to see Tribolt, or MG even. Oh, LG, perfect. Everything. Nice, and CHERRA is making that clean. Did not get hit by another rail. And was in time for the Mega, and Leroy could not grab him and steal it away with the position he got on spawn. Oh, the totem survived the rocket barrage so long that CHERRA got it. The healing overstack from it again. Oh, I have no idea how
Okay.
that wasn't the telefrag. I'm honest with you.
But Leroy makes it work with the orb and does some cleanup duty. Ooh, this is a death trap, but the 2 rails hits. I think he was out of LG ammo. That's rough.
Probably, it sounded a little bit like he was. So Totem will be in play. CHERRA is not going to be railable as Leroy didn't find the angle fast enough, but he finds it again. Oh, CHERRA's blindsiding him, and now if he's moving quick enough. Yeah, I like it that CHERRA went on the right side of the pillar, so Leroy could not spawn down at rail, and CHERRA could pick up the item safe.
Real attack you. The damage output is there. This time around it isn't that clean, and yeah, he doesn't have his overstack anymore, but yeah, gets to 100 health and in position for this heavy.
Oh look, he will. Yeah, I was gonna say he will grab it. Leroy doesn't seem to use LG at all, or even he doesn't have it. It looks like. Oh, he had it, but it would have been the perfect weapon for the fight on heavy as well already. But yeah, anyway, it didn't work out that way. And CHERRA clutched it out with the rail on Mega afterwards. He's weak now, and Leroy can hopefully get something going for him now. He needs to be in position for heavy. 4 seconds to come. But yeah, he's going to grab that. CHERRA probably will try to rail, but not more going on. Orb used for repositioning. Not in play for the fight. Nice. Damage there by both of the players. From Leroy it was just enough, so CHERRA would not fight for Mega, and now he even traps him at the lower light. The biggest death trap on the map. Finishes it off with a beautiful rail just before CHERRA cuts the corner. And another time, beautiful combos here from Leroy. And now he's kind of rolling a little bit.
Yeah, must be the Plank Rocket Launcher. Ooh, but this is okay, beautiful actually.
Yeah, 3 frags in a row, and 3 times it was a beautiful clutch rail shot. This time the rail misses, but he's not being punished for that as CHERRA.
What is he gonna do it? Yo, he does get the frag. Mega help is still up.
Is he having the spawn? He has the best weaponry for that. He can. Yeah, CHERRA's not gonna win this. Even though Leroy kind of lost position, is just going forward with LG. Good understanding from Leroy after he heard CHERRA at Tribolt. Oh no.
Oh, yeah, he was thinking about rocket jump. He doesn't. Anyway.
Just go! Oh, maybe not. Oh no, you have to go. That was a nice play still. And if he had lightning gun ammo, it would have been the correct one. But yeah, the totem. And I think the fact that CHERRA had overstack kept him alive for so long.
Well, 6 frags in 2 minutes.
I mean, you can spawn force quite a bit on Vale. But 6 is still a tall order. Because if you can't get the first one now, it's going to be a very, very unpleasant experience to get them after all. Because CHERRA is able to deal so much damage onto Leroy here. Leroy is not railable after this, that light pickup. CHERRA is also just playing run and keep away, and the rails from CHERRA, I think that sealed the deal. Leroy will need so much time to... Yeah, can he even pick it up safely? He can't. Look, every stack he gets, CHERRA is just countering with a railgun. Yeah, and that's it. GG. There's no way he's gonna pull that back.
Yeah, he had to get
What?
a frag every 20 seconds. Yeah, like, this is a nice angle, right? Yeah,
That's the best angle on Vale. Good tracking from CHERRA as well. And CHERRA, who has started the game out of 1 for 7 rails, now hit 21 out of 52, so he kind of retaliated pretty well. One of his key weapons, together with the lightning gun in the dominant victory, kind of got in the end.
You should not have entered this impressive.
No.
Killing spree.
will not grant you that privilege.
Oh, I'm going to tell you, the sound cues that I got on CHERRA's POV here, I thought like Leroy was gonna go rockets, and the only thing that told me he wasn't was that there was no door opening.
You lose. You
Like, I
lose.
can understand why CHERRA looked the way he did, but the rocket jump then gave it away, didn't?
Let's see. Yeah, CHERRA doing good in the armor department. Mega half
And
was on Leroy's side, but yeah.
And he's a third more impressive than Leroy was.
That's impressive.
Yeah, so CHERRA's taking that one. That's his pick. Now we are on to Deep Embrace, which is Leroy's pick. And it's a Nyx for CHERRA. And while I've seen the Nyx work out here, I feel like the Anarchy is just a tad. Yeah, more.
Yeah, the map flows very well for a
Yeah.
CPMA champion.
And I would say Anarchy's not as reliant on his ability as Nyx can be.
Mm.
But then again, if you play a solid positional game and don't really need to get and don't really need like to use your ability to save your life or create plays or get in position, then it's not really a disadvantage to be the Nyx, to be honest, because the wall jump will enable you to do quite a bit. Like, for example, you can jump on the heavy pillar from upper mid position from where the little bubble is, which is a pretty nice move.
Yeah, and I always find the problem of this map, if you have a champion that is so reliant on your abilities, that there are only 4 time vials. So
Yeah, having 4 vials only certainly doesn't help.
no.
But yeah, the ban Leroy did for this map was the Doom, and I think that's a good one. If you're not confident in what your opponent's going to pick, if there is no Ranger and your opponent doesn't like to play Slash, Doom or Strog would be the first bet for me. And I think, yeah, getting rid of the Doomslayer here is kind of expected at this point.
Yeah, we are waiting on Leroy. He needed a reboot. So, or a restart. He says reboot Quake, but I think it's a restart. But I won't help.
Boot Quake.
Yeah.
But I don't think you can. It's an unbootable game.
Yeah. No, you have to double click the exe.
I mean, imagine having Quake champions on a bootable like hard drive or USB stick.
Like Finder is from Germany and I'm from the Netherlands. But Like Finder does look a bit like a Viking. I am too, actually. Well, maybe without a headset.
Historically, biggest findings of Viking remains are actually on German territory. So.
Okay. But yeah, they were all over Europe at one point.
Yeah, and like the language-wise, northern parts of Germany, Scandinavia, and the Netherlands before there was a big shift in how things are being pronounced and stuff were super similar. Like it was more of a difference in dialect than a different language, and then it separated like around 800 to 1,000 years.
Not that long ago.
Not that long. It's basically yesterday. I mean.
Yeah. But where you are from, Souls of a Universe? Soul of Universe.
Oh, Leroy, you had one job. Just choose a pink MG. Holy crap.
Yeah, but it's expensive.
Yeah. Play more.
No, but those special colors you have to buy.
Fight.
Yeah, in the... But you get like 10 if you play 3 games, if you reroll your daily challenge. But this is not only about skins, it also is about hitting with them. And Leroy is demonstrating that expertly. CHERRA is just being pretty brave in just going to the health. Leroy that didn't expect it, couldn't stop it, and CHERRA is back in fighting condition. Ghost Rock being used, big shotgun blast to the face. And CHERRA now has such a big weapon advantage that I don't think Leroy will get away with it. He does in the end. And now Leroy needs to not find CHERRA and not rail him, so CHERRA can't deny the upper light.
Yeah, CHERRA is looking to be damaged.
Yeah, he wants to fight because he has position on that item and he has the armor to begin with. That's it, he's going to die. CHERRA will, yeah, I was gonna say CHERRA will spam the murder hole now. Leroy didn't time the lower light, yeah, and then that was his demise there. Shotgun is working out better for the Anarchy as he...
And that one is pink.
Yeah, and as he slowly kickflips out of CHERRA's POV for a while. And now it's 1-1. Picks up the heavy as a reward. CHERRA gets mega. Upper light is ready and CHERRA... Wow. Wrong weapon. CHERRA had the better one for that fight. Pinned him against the wall. Good stuff.
Yeah, very consistent right now. Who, missing a drill, but the second will hit.
And put the gun before you shoot yourself.
Ooh, he's even... for a moment I thought he was going to leave the heavy up, but he's looking for the frag. He doesn't. He isn't playing the item game anymore.
Yeah, the devil puts the final nail into Leroy's coffin there. Oh! This time Leroy has the good weapon choice. And forces out the Ghost Rock even, but CHERRA with a great defensive rocket!
Don't worry about it. You are never going to
Oh, that was closer than it needed to be for CHERRA. The first shotgun shot kinda betrayed him there.
Ooh, no, not raidable.
Nice movement. Leroy is eating so much damage that even a long distance shotgun will finish him off, and CHERRA is timing the items better at the moment. This is kind of the key to his success so far. He's like, he has more mages, he has triple the light armors, like he has basically more out of everything, and he even has a direct.
Yeah, and Leroy is actually so passive. He's like CHERRA is definitely determining what he is going to do. It looks like.
Determining. Oh yeah, off the spawn. CHERRA's low on ammunition for rockets and LG, but doesn't matter. Like, just walk and hit the railgun. He's still not going to refresh it. He would have had the time, like.
He likes the challenge.
Yeah, I was going to say this could come back to haunt him, but Leroy couldn't like increase the distance far enough, so it would be a fight for his advantage. And now CHERRA gets another light again.
I like from that shotgun. You hear the empty shells bouncing after you shoot.
I wonder if you do that like on the boomstick shotgun as well, and on others that have like a reload animation where you see the shells go out or something like this.
Ah, I wonder.
Oh, look at this! The damage is coming from the tribal there, and then the mid-air finish. Yeah, CHERRA is super solid. Like, it's not like Leroy isn't doing any damage, but Leroy never has any items. CHERRA has double the HP picked up. He has triple the heavies, 4 times more light armors. And now Leroy gets a mega but can't even use it. The light on top is not there yet. CHERRA could look to refresh his rail ammo in the little... Oh, nice angle. Even better one. And it might just be small chip damage, but it's enough to keep Leroy's HP down, whose inject is just not ready yet. It would have been so important for him to have in that fight. Oh, look at that. This time the shotgun didn't work. LG prevailed. And it's 2 frags. 12 frags up. CHERRA is having such a comfortable pad as a lead.
Let's see what Leroy is able to do. Oh, the rocket. Followed by the rail. Yes. Shots. Any hopes and dreams of a comeback down, but he does get the refrag. Oh, if he had the shotgun out, beautiful.
Yeah, I was going to say nice awareness that he switched. And if I'm correct, I've seen RMV get 40 frags on someone on this map, so you can get frags quite quickly here. Question is if CHERRA is going to let that happen, and if Leroy can force the spawns accordingly if he gets the chance to frag CHERRA. But yeah, look, CHERRA's positioning is very good. Using the HMG there, perfect weapon as well. Oh, Ghost Walk traded for the inject. Oh,
Nice.
Good play from CHERRA. Blindsiding Leroy again, but Leroy's rail. Yeah, HMG stopped hitting for like 2 shots. And that's enough.
Oh, look at this. He's even playing for this mega health. Oh, but that's too...
He's not railable, I think.
No.
Yeah, he isn't.
Now he is.
Leroy still also is, and CHERRA, yeah, that was a good one. He just waited for Leroy to move, time the bounce pad. Ghost Walk is being used. He will secure heavy, but he's still railable. Leroy, though, is not, like... Yeah, he can't really force a fight there. He has only rail, and now CHERRA is completely safe.
I think Leroy is quaking in the dark. So, sometimes you do see him if there is enough light on his monitor.
Yeah, Leroy playing with monitor off now. Can he? Yeah, he gets the heavy clean and gets a frag even. And that's just 2 minutes. It's not gonna work for 10 frags, but just get a little bit of damage out. Play a little bit. Ooh. Oh, there you go. Nice frag. Maybe you'll take the last one. Yeah, there you go. Nice read. Almost hitting the heels of the Knicks. And yeah, CHERRA is aware enough to just go too heavy. And now Leroy is fighting a fight on... Yeah, kind of lost ground there because no objective. He's outstacked. But uses the positional advantage and a good weapon choice. Well, the only weapon he had. But it was the correct one for that fight. Just after being fragged and gets it back. Nice rails from CHERRA. Both players are railable. Rail is missing. CHERRA will live to see another day. And especially he will live to see the mega. Oh, and he gets the light as well. Leroy is not able to punish that. A nice combo frag from CHERRA. And CHERRA is on a roll. Nice force. And Leroy, like he went late to that item even. But at least he got a rail on respawn. Oh, ho, ho, speed of the anarchy. And the last frag goes to
You lose.
the one who chose the map, and Leroy. Not exactly having more chances here. Like he's just lost that on the pickups early on. He kind of retaliated a little bit, but the light armor difference was more than enough.
Yeah, let's see. So CHERRA taking the series. But we will still go to the third map, which will be Awoken, Leroy on Stalk and Peeker, CHERRA playing BJ. I think now it's being said like your cam is wanky.
Yeah, I wonder how an auto exposure setting on the camera makes it like, okay, there is one highlight, I'll expose for that, and the rest of the image is black.
Yeah, well, it's, if you have touchscreen, you can actually point at what the exposure should set.
Yeah.
Should be set upon. So maybe he pushed his his eye socket or something like or his pupil. I know, then it would be overly bright, so maybe only the white of his eyes. But yeah, we are
A demon in his own right. Yeah, okay. So now Leroy gets a crouch slider against the VQ3 movement, which certainly is
Okay, there we go. Are you doing the predictions? Hint?
Ah, hint, yes. Maybe I am doing them. But maybe I'm not good at them.
Let's see. I think this also had scores, right? Yeah.
Stand your ground. Don't give an inch to this bastard.
Prepare to fight.
I'm coming.
Round begins in
Goddamn
3,
freaks.
2.
Let's see. I'll start on Leroy. Yes.
Yeah, let's go with Leroy Megaspawn, Tribolt, LG, and the Tribolt sings us a song right away. Nice hits, and even prevents CHERRA from hitting a rail in his own right. It's 90 damage with the LG on top. BJ's weak, and while it wasn't clean, it was a frag and destroyed alongside the light armor up T will be welcoming reward for the first frag.
There we go. The money overlay wasn't working for the first few maps, but now it is. Is it me, or did they change the font of the score in Quake Champions?
No. It's always the same font as the stack was.
Lead time.
And even the numbers of the ammunition. All the same, I'd say.
Oh.
Yeah, but CHERRA is actually having no concerns about typefaces. He is actually getting thrashed by Leroy in that fight. Picks up the heavy afterwards and is now going to look to position himself towards Mega, but he does not have LG, and CHERRA actually could use that weapon, but he loses. He gives away the good position for free. Yeah, and I like that weapon choice of Leroy, not going for the stylish finish. Aware that he didn't pick up shotgun. HMG perfect. Mega is his reward, and now Leroy has all the weapons he needs to fight that. CHERRA is messing up the rocket jump.
I think with the assistance of the LG pushback,
Yeah.
it was a little bit forced, but it's nice to see. Like, what has Awoken in Leroy? Do you think it's the map? Hey,
Maybe.
hey.
Maybe. But it has this revitalizing effect on people being in the temple out in the nothing that some do awake here.
It's something in the water.
Yeah, probably. And Leroy has been there a lot, but now he's being railed, and CHERRA is looking for the frag. Leroy peeks, wants some damage out of control with a rocket launcher, and pays with his life for it.
Ooh, great. Great, mate.
CHERRA, the mentalist, is psyching out Leroy. Good LG work there. But Leroy's LG work here is, like, just better. CHERRA couldn't finish it off in time. CHERRA could actually not even get a frag. He should have gotten, in my opinion, because he had good position, better stack, but did not happen. And now both items will be up in sync, kinda. Leroy will get the Mega. CHERRA, oh, he's pushing through the door with the rail, and all the armor advantage he has is kinda gone, missing the railgun. And Leroy gets frag number 6, punishing the up-close railing.
It's expensive. Like, I really wonder what the difference is then between this map and the other two. Like, does Leroy... No, like... Because CHERRA was really positional based on the last two maps, and those are maps that you can get comfortable at the upper position.
Yeah, but he wasn't... I mean, you can do that here on T as well, but he wasn't... He had similar mobility. Now he has a certainly slower champion, and Leroy himself is dealing a lot of the damage with the lightning gun, whereas CHERRA was trying to rail a lot, and then Leroy managed to get the frags, cycle the items a bit himself, getting a lot of the lights. Is helping him a ton here too.
5-minute warning.
And yeah, he's finding better positions for himself to be in as well. Oh, the rockets! CHERRA is doing so much damage, and this is what I was speaking of when we looked at the picks and bans.
Okay.
The lightning gun dual wield can be super punishing, but it wasn't in this case. HMG and rail from Leroy was just enough.
Oh, if he had it, but... Oh, it might have been not enough. Oh, no,
I think it was.
Yeah, he was around 75.
Oh, the defensive damage from Leroy. Using the cover perfectly.
The real spawn, actually. Interesting.
Yeah. It was because Leroy left the stairs to go towards rockets instead of just dropping down straight and go through the doorway, and that opened up more spawns than just like LG or a banana. Nice shot through the murder hole, and Ammo actually is coming out, but yeah, before it gets too pesky, Leroy decided to choose a real weapon that can shoot over distances. gets the frag. And now it's LG and CHERRA's hands. No other weapons really, aside from LG, and now the railgun and HMG. But Leroy can't even force the fight in a way he needs it to be. CHERRA, shotgun.
They deserve.
And Leroy with a Hail Mary rocket at the end is able to make it a trade. Has a good position, lands a rail, the peeker is perfectly timed too. And now it's 6 frags up.
Yeah, Leroy is playing with much more confidence than the previous two maps.
And the LG work.
Right. Who's next?
Despite Leroy having a much better grasp of this map than he had on the other two, it's
still not over. Like,
no, it's close. Like 4 frags in 2.5 minutes is doable. And CHERRA has been using his ability quite effective. He misses like the rocket, and it cost him so dearly. Now he needs that out of control rail to hit, kinda. It doesn't, but at least he can defend the peeker. Leroy is not having weapons yet. This is why he needs to drop down again to pick up the LG and the light. Good stack for the stroke here. He can try to fight this, yes? Yeah, railgun, he even has LG, but the direct from CHERRA means he needs to get out of there. He butt slides around the corner, CHERRA can't get damage, but CHERRA steals away valuable resources. It's not looking good for him, Rob.
You got a first aid kit on you?
well, they're both quite low right now. Ooh, the defensive rockets! Oh! The damage output from CHERRA though matches it. And he's quicker to stack back up. Yeah, Leroy just waiting for death. While CHERRA fries him with the LG.
Yeah, now we are getting into territory where Leroy needs to find a way to stabilize CHERRA's control, because CHERRA for the last like 3 minutes has been getting so much value out of his rotation and the weapon usage. He was like, yeah, he chose, and now he can even get another line. He will be up to 75 HP soon. Leroy needs to hit that rail, and if he doesn't, it's going to be so hard for him, because CHERRA lands a beautiful shot through the murder hole, forces the spawn.
Yeah.
CHERRA is in control now, like completely, momentum-wise.
Leroy does have his basic 100-100. And CHERRA is actually shopping for danger. This might secure him the heavy. And there is a decent split. So Leroy needs to get the hell away.
Yeah, but Leroy also needs damage. Oh, the defensive position of Leroy.
Lead taken.
I was gonna say this could have cost CHERRA dearly, but CHERRA is the one who clutches it out with a beautiful fadeaway rail.
Oh, like
As the time runs out. Oh, that's a heartbreaker for Leroy.
yeah, but CHERRA does a fist bump. He's so glad that he takes it back. And yeah, like how he did that. Like he was behind with a major scoreline or major deficits for a long time. So nice for him.
Oh, and like CHERRA celebration on the cam,
Yeah.
the webcam. Like he's so happy to take that map.
Awesome, congratulations. And Leroy GG's almost taking the last map, but it was not enough.